Hey Simmers, welcome back. Or should I say, Pioneers, welcome back. Covering a new game on the channel starting today, and that is Satisfactory. It's a fun factory game. I think you're going to like it. Satisfactory 1.2 is out, and there are some changes in here that are going to save you a lot of time, especially if you're just getting started. We've got a brand new way to run power through your buildings. We've got new game settings you're going to want to tweak right away. And there's a whole new game mode system that lets you adjust how hard or easy the game is, all without losing achievements. So let's go through the biggest changes you need to know about, starting with the one everybody's been talking about. Alright, so this is the big one, power daisy chaining. Before 1.2, every building needed its own power pole connection. You'd run a wire from a pole to a smelter, then run another wire from a pole to the next smelter. Every single building had to connect back to a pole. It worked, but it used a lot of poles and it got messy pretty fast. In 1.2, every building now has 2 power connectors instead of 1. What this means is power can flow directly from one building to the next. You connect your pole to the first smelter, then run a wire from that smelter straight to the next one, and to the next one. No extra poles needed. That'll work, and it keeps things a lot cleaner. Now, this isn't available from the start. You have to unlock it. It's in the Caterium Man Research Tree. You'll need 15 computers, 50 high-speed connectors, and 500 quick wire. So get your Caterium production up early. It's worth it. The practical impact is early in your game, before you got power poles everywhere. This is going to save you a ton of resources and a lot of cable spaghetti. Instead of running poles to every single machine, you're just running the chain through your production line. Good deal. That's the daisy chaining. Now let's move on. Okay, so 1.2 also added a bunch of new settings. Most of them are in the options menu under World Settings, a new tab. The first thing I want to show you is weather control. It's pretty cool. You can now set weather presets. The default is what you'd expect. Dry removes most precipitation, clear is calm and bright, and extreme cranks everything up. And then there's one called raining kittens and puppies for lots of rain. If you find rain distracting when you're trying to build, just switch it to dry or clear and you're done. Simple. You can also control visor raindrops on your Pioneer and thunder separately. So you've got fine-grained control over the whole weather experience. The other setting I'd point out is hologram rotation mode over in the controls tab. This controls how buildings face when you place them. You got static, spawn facing player, and always face player. For beginners, always face player is the easiest to work with. Your building snaps towards you, which makes placement a lot more intuitive. That'll do, let's keep rolling. This one's a big deal for anyone who's felt like Satisfactory was either too easy or too punishing. 1.2 adds a game mode system at the new game creation screen. And the key thing to understand right away, this is not creative mode. Achievements still work, these are just difficulty sliders. So you've got 3 independent multipliers. Space elevator deliverable cost, this is how much you need to deliver to complete each phase. Recipe parts cost, how many materials your machines consume per recipe, and power consumption, how much power each building draws. They work independently, so you can crank up the delivery cost but keep the recipe costs normal, or go full hard mode and push all three. For beginners, I'd actually recommend playing around with these a little bit. If you're learning the game and you're getting stuck on resources, drop the recipe parts cost down to 0.5 times, and you'll still earn the factory building mechanics. You just won't run out of materials every 10 minutes. Not too bad. And you can always adjust these in the world settings after you've started too. They're not locked at the game creation. There's also world randomization. Now this one's pretty cool. You can randomize resource node locations, node purity, and the world seed itself. That's a whole new layer of replay value if you've already finished the game once. Good deal, let's keep going. There are a few more things worth knowing about. Vehicles work differently now. There's a new vehicle path system in the build menu under the transport tab. Instead of recording a path by driving, you now place path nodes like you're laying track. It's more like trains now, which is actually a lot easier to work with on hilly terrain. That'll work. There's also a fluid truck station and fluid truck. If you're further into the game, this unlocks at tier 5. It allows you to haul 3,200 cubic meters of fluid. If you've been struggling to move fluids across your map with pipelines, this solves it. And a couple of smaller things that are genuinely nice. There's a pipeline T-junction now, a dedicated pipe fitting unlocked at the coal power milestone, and there's a real pause menu. So press escape and the game actually stops. Simple, but that one's been a long time coming. So if you're just starting Satisfactory with the 1.2 update, here's where to focus your energy. Get your Caterium production running as early as you can. Unlocking daisy chaining is worth prioritizing it. Simply makes your power routing much easier for the rest of the earlier game. Set your weather and fog preferences in the world settings before you sink a lot of hours in. It's a small thing, but if you find rain distracting and you've been playing through it for 10 hours, you'll appreciate knowing that that option exists. I personally find the rain relaxing, which is kind of nice. If the default difficulty isn't clicking for you, too hard or too easy, remember Game Modes lets you adjust it without any penalty at all. Next week I've got the full Satisfactory beginner's guide starting, where to start, how to set up your first production lines, all of it. If you want to follow along from the beginning, subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you for the beginner's guide coming up soon.